I hate it till I love it, so please pray for the mothers that suffer cause of brothers that keep pace with the buzzers. Another bird of prey that it eats straight through your vertebrae, worshiping the murder rate, each day they above us. Flying while peeps stay dying, 3-6 annies, at least I ain't lying. I hit rock bottom when my nigga had the heat on him and tried to kill me with it with a bit of sweet omen. He got knocked for some prize, we don't speak on it. Just do your bid, get some help, homie, keep going. It's ironic within itself, cause at the same time I was trying to kill myself, but real slowly. So many pills on me mixed with the liquor, sipping until I'm dissing the one woman I'm missing. Led me to the tree of knowledge, how could I forget about you? No, it wasn't my friends talking shit about you. Yeah, it's radioactive, way that niggas doubt you, but split a couple of atoms that make a sinner out you. Bunch of bro code bullshit and I'm guilty of it, feeling filthy because of it. Really discovering the depths I would go to avoid my pain, like it's effortless though. I destroyed my name without trying, living on the outside looking in. I was already dead, man, what could have been? Just a hard-headed, pathetic shell of an addict. No, I mean an artist, I'm doing rails out of habit. Shit, I'm in the ritual, keep me sharper than practice. Get it, it's subliminal, got me lost in the madness. A self-deception is harder to face up. And look at my reflection, I started to wake up. It's time for the loner to raise up. I'm down for atonement, a moment you can't rush. Limbaugh ready, your races are pissed off with your pinball fetish. I'm bracing to lift off, from bouncing off of the edges to climbing off of them ledges. I'm finally sorting my head, it's like I'm absorbing the message. It's outrageous, thinking cocaine to change you into Miles Davis. You sound faded and outdated. Your thugs say I'm not in the game, you're foul playing, but the dug got a bounce on my anger and found favor. While you hating online, trying to spark up a beef. Look until your names, you ain't talking to me. I'm back to my old self, put the past in front. Used to call me Allah, I'm a rap savant. Ask about him, the leader like assassin shot him, and yet I came back faster than Aston Martin's the God body. I feed you the ether as Nas taught me. I'm James Baldwin with the name calling. I share light up on your fake ballin', so when you see the sun shining, know your rain's falling. Meanwhile, I'ma live forever, never pass like COVID. Legends don't die, it's the last gold, homie. It's facts over you phonies, relax more than the obese. Fat boy, you imploding like rats, go to the police. It's second nature. Truly, I'm doing my best to hate you. Really, it's pity till it's defamation. Talking death to your character, cause I ain't never needed a weapon to bury you. The second I step in your area, it's over. 3 years sober.
Follow the leader, the leader, leader.
As a PSA, all you wanted was a foreign, how we the same? Now I speak a different language, I don't even need to say it. Kanye found God, then he got a bag. I be up at Sunday service feeling kinda bad. Mama raised me a Christian, so I'm raising up my pistol, aiming straight at your religion. I'm kinda class. Rap ain't shit without me. Y'all you don't get it? Little boy, you fake it's your ID. You don't get it? I'm the eighth wonder of the whole world. I milk it and make butter. Take what I want till I get where I'm headed. Cause broke don't get enough credit. I'm a titan with a problem. My anger is never ending. Yeah, the writing's on the wall and I'm banging my head against it. I needed an exorcism. The priest to prepare the scripture, releasing the devil in him like Satan with hella rhythm. I'm cold-trained in the spirit. I'm so crazy. I'm infinitely not sober. Flipping the script and pulling the cops over. The dark side of the force, Daemon is Darth Vader. Finna start choking them, black hole of the star-spangled all praise. Rap ain't shit without me. Y'all you don't get it? Little boy, you fake it's your ID. You don't get it? I'm the eighth wonder of the whole world. I milk it and make butter. Take what I want till I get where I'm headed. Cause broke don't get enough credit.
No, go ahead, start that. We're gonna talk about it. And you got another one here. right. Bam, bam, bam. Yo. Hey everybody. Sorry we running late. I'm running late. My co-host still ain't made it in yet, but we gonna still get into this because we wanna I wanna let y'all know that we actually have our guest today, Daemon. And Daemon,
Hey,
tell us about yourself, cause I actually let me tell you how I met you or how I discovered you. Spotify had this thing last year where they were doing like a Spotify personal DJ, and cause I subscribe to Spotify, that's where I listen to all my music.
okay.
And
Oh, you pay for Spotify?
Oh yes.
You one of those?
Oh yeah, me and my husband. Yeah, damn right. That's
Give it up, give it up,
to.
give it up. Somebody got to do it.
Got to. It's enough people doing it. So I'm like, they on there. They basically whatever music I listen to, they try to connect me with other stuff that I might like. Mm-hmm. And one of your songs came on, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And I looked you up. I'm like, "This nigga from St. Louis."
Yeah.
Okay, and I went down a rabbit hole, and then I noticed you have so many fucking videos, like a lot of videos. So again, my apologies. Please tell me who you are and where are you from?
Oh man, that was it. I like that better. From the north side nerdy nigga.
Okay.
My name's Daemon. I was mainly focused on music publishing. I'm signed with a publishing company called Third Side Music. So for years, like my focus was just like writing and recording. And you know, you send songs, they would give you what's called a brief. So it's like a company will describe the type of song they want. Like, oh, we want something that sound like this, and they give you examples.
Okay, like a sync type thing.
Yeah, sync. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of sync licensing. So but the thing about that is, it took a while to get going, and we had some successes. But there's no real connective tissue with the audience. And I started to realize, like, damn, I kind of want that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at first you're just like, nah, I just want to get paid. I just want to write.
Right.
And then you write, and then you getting paid, and you get better. Like, I mean, the last couple of years, I feel like I finally am decent. Like, I've been rapping since I was a kid.
I was just going to ask.
I've been rapping since I was, like, 5. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So I've been rapping for, like, 25 years. I've been rapping forever.
Who are your inspirations?
Y'all remember, like, I mean, St. Louis is its own thing, especially after Nelly. But before Nelly, we was kind of like a wannabe West Coast town. I don't know if y'all remember that. But, like, Cass was, like, really on Tupac real hard. So I love Pac. Like, Pac was a big influence. But I really didn't get into rapping myself until, like, I started listening to Nas. Okay. And, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z slowed his flow, I got into that. So, like, a lot of the East Coast stuff. So, they used to call me, oh, you one of them East Coast. You one of them East Coast niggas. That was the phrase. You remember that, was you? You remember that? Oh, look at you one of the East Coast cats. And you wearing the Timbs, so you probably got that, too.
I was just going to ask, were you dressing like that, too?
Oh, yeah. Oh, girl, I had a fake New York accent in high school. And the funny thing is, I went to a high school that was connected to the middle school I went to, like a lot of us do. Okay. So people was like, man, I went to middle school with you, bro. You show up freshman year talking like you from Queens, New York. Like, bro, you live up the street from me. So just like a weird little kid, just trying to find himself and like really found it in writing songs and in music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, was there a time in your life where, because I again have this theory, when I run into artists and I connect with their music. For now you good. When I find myself connecting with their music in some kind of way, I have come to realize that some of them went through some shit that made you start over and come into this stuff. So if you don't mind me asking, what was that like for you?
I was living in LA, and I had a band, and we were living together in a house. It was kind of like a movie. It was really dope. We had our own this huge house that people call it the cabin, and we had a whole like scene in it's a little small part of Orange County, which is south of LA, called Garden Grove. And I was in love. I had me a girlfriend and everything. Everything was going well, and she got hit by a car, and it was just sudden. Like, it was just like everything was great, and I remember walking into the bus and then the next day she was walking to work, and this kid dropped his iPod or whatever and ran a red light, and and she spent 3 days in a coma, and they couldn't so like that was, and that was like sort of the real big traumatic thing, and then I spent a long time using that as an excuse to
is that where the video?
I mean, I was already like drinking and doing drugs and stuff, but it was like
overboard.
then it was just like, oh, it's on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a game of chicken with me and death every day. Like let's see how far we can take this.
You didn't know how to cope with.
Nah, I didn't have to. You know, in our community, we don't really prepare. I mean, we don't know.
Prepare for the mental.
We don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like. I mean, I didn't hear the term anxiety till I was like you know what I'm saying? I was grown.
Yeah, I was grown too.
Yeah, it was like anxiety. Nah, you just a bitch. Like it wasn't it wasn't no such thing. I'm sorry for my language. It wasn't no such thing as anxiety. It was like you just need to man up. Like that was it. Even now we still struggle with that. So
yeah, I mean, I'm glad now that it's become more of a eye opener for people, but it's still ain't where it needs to be.
It's taboo.
Yeah,
it is in the black community.
It is. I mean, it's the same way we equate weakness with femininity and stuff like that. It's the same, and especially in hip hop. Like, cause I'm not a conventional rap artist. You know what I mean? I could talk my you know. Can we curse on this? I don't know.
Yeah,
I can talk my shit.
What do you mean?
All right. She has spoken.
She made it.
That's how you make an entrance, y'all. Nah, but yeah. So like, I get it. It's like double. It's like because rappers we supposed to be so hardcore and you know the idea of masculinity, macho shit. So it's a tough space to come in and be like, man, I'll be sad sometimes, my nigga.
But I think that it is opening more up. If you listen to some of the top rappers right now, it's emotional. And you know, you talk about pain.
Sound like
that dude make you want to cry or hang yourself.
It's like listening to his music.
It's too
like
emotional.
Listening to Jigglypuff. Like,
Jigglypuff.
Yes, Jigglypuff.
Well, I thought that caused insanity, not depression. Yeah, I mean, when I was listening to it, and my daughter and them like it, and they know every word. So I'm just sitting there listening. I'm like, damn, this dude is gonna have a generation of people killing themselves because it's so emotional. It's so every single fucking song.
And crazy. I love a artist who puts themselves in their music, which is one reason why I can fucking listen to you continuously, and that's why I appreciate your artistry, because a lot of people can't make music like that, to where they can keep me captive. It's been a minute. Like my husband, he is one artist, and not because he's my husband, that I can actually listen to his albums front to back.
Who is he? What's his name?
Rocky Maverick.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know Rocky Maverick. I mean, I don't know him, but I know his stuff.
Yeah.
Bars.
Yeah, he be spitting.
He gonna change his name to Bars.
He be spitting. He be spitting. Big shout.
And it's a lot of artists who can't do that. No. Like I'm listening to one song, two songs, and I'm like, okay, this one kind of sound like the last one. Yeah. And now I know you now. Like I know your pattern. I don't think I got a.
It's I think lot I'm on a spectrum
somewhere with autism somewhere. I don't know.
It's a lot of artists like that. From the first song on, everything sounds the same.
Right.
So you never really get to know them as an artist.
Or if they sound like other artists. Like,
I think a lot of that is fear.
Talk about that now.
I think it's like fear, and also inexperience, because you don't have the experience. Like the ideas in your head, but you don't have. I'm good. I can't. You don't want me smoking. Then it'll be 3 days later. I'll be in Atlantic City. I don't know how. I don't have like some people have like a stop switch. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, all right, what we doing next, my nigga? Like that was it. We just smoked a little weed, Daemon. Like, oh nah, son. That's just the beginning.
He like, nah.
That's the warm up.
Not that one.
Oh my God.
Nah, not that one.
You feel me? My guy was listening to the bars. It was like, I wasn't joking.
Oh yeah.
Ain't afraid of overdosing. Day to day, I go for broke. Like they'll pay me more when I leave. Like I used to act I'd be like, bro.
Ask about that line.
People love a dead rapper wanting what you can't have. You would think it's all that you need. Like that was like my whole. I used to like think that if I wasn't close to death, I'm talking about in the studio, then I wasn't pushing myself hard enough. We would stay away.
So do you think that comes? Okay. So I had a conversation about this. Do you think that comes from how? Okay, at one time, right? Tupac and Biggie and other rappers, their albums used to be, things like "Death Around the Corner" and
"Life After Death," "Get Rich or Die Trying."
You know, those different. So do you think that thuggish hoodness or you know what I'm saying, like
Hood shit.
yeah, not really even hood shit because rap was always hood shit.
Yeah.
But it was everybody paranoid. We finna die.
Like
death,
somebody coming for
you
them.
know. People say they spoke their deaths on them
Okay.
through their music. I mean, literally.
Yeah, a few. Yeah. A lot of rappers have had that, but
You ever
So
see
do you think that made like this generation of rap listeners or rappers or whatever more inclined to that? You're better if you've been to jail. You're you know what I'm saying better if people
you
that
think-
bust shots at you.
but some of them.
Yeah.
I
I think some of that's just we always separate ourselves from the American story, but we ain't nothing more American than black folks, and ain't nothing more American than cowboys and Indians and outlaws, and
Right.
that's always been the American story. The individual with the gun goes to the town and he's like,
Billy the
"You got a
Kid,
problem,
Bonnie
partner."
and Clyde.
That's the American story. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also think you ever see like somebody walking across the street, they jaywalking, and then they walking real slow, and it's like they look at you, and it's like they almost want you to hit them.
Yeah.
I
Especially
think-
downtown.
yeah.
Especially downtown. And if y'all ain't from here, these white folks go downtown.
It be
baby,
everybody.
And they
That's
think
the
you
thing.
ain't gonna
Yeah.
They
hit
be-
their
and
ass.
she telling you,
they,
be everybody.
It's like they trying to start some shit.
But I think,
in my opinion,
I
or
think
they
what
trying to kill
what I think it is people just want a little control. You know, you especially when you grow up poor, you grow up not having nothing, in which most artists come from that. Most of our artists come from that space. I just want to feel like I got control over something, man.
Right.
And like when you just feel like I can't get nowhere, I can't get the job I want, I can't get the education I want, I can't get the girl I want or the guy I want, I can't get in the school I want, I can't go to the city I want. So it's just like, well, at least I got control over my life and my death. So I'm gonna run this shit. So it's like that feeling, and then you feel like you got control over something. You feel like this is mine, and it you start playing chicken with it. You start like, because when I was a kid, when I was real young coming up, I was fascinated with death because it didn't feel real to me. And I think for a lot of these kids, they don't feel the. Until you lose somebody,
They don't
you
worry
like,
about it or fear it or
Yeah.
anything
I
like
don't know.
not
we did.
real
You know,
yet.
a lot of people don't have rock bottoms anymore.
Nah.
It's scary.
It's a bottomless pit.
Yeah, and it's like how many times you gotta die before you realize you need to stay off. You know,
I
get
don't
off
think they
drugs.
fear it.
Yeah, but
like
what you got to
us,
live for?
We
Yeah.
feared
Sometimes
it.
you feel like.
Yeah.
Well, I feared it because of the brimstone and church type, that we went to church and everything was you going to hell, you going to hell, you going to hell. So I feared dying because you don't know where you're going, heaven or hell and different stuff like that.
Right.
Kids don't have that no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How many
Everything
grandmamas really taking their grandkids to church and all of that kind of shit like it was for us?
The kids nowadays, they have to discover that on their own at this point because these parents that keep trying to push shit on their kids, they're killing themselves. They're shooting up schools. They're fucking taking our
Yeah.
kids. What the fuck?
I mean, it's just the world's so different.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't walk around with all of the the history of you know what I'm saying, human civilization in your pocket. You didn't have like you know what I mean? Like it was like there was like
Somebody ask me a question, I'll be like, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
like, it's just like you competing with so
that
much more
instant
now.
gratification
Like,
is a
yo.
motherfucker.
Yes.
So I don't envy parents these days. Like it was easier to I go outside and play, all right, this because it was like it was difficulties, but it was like less.
And we were
going
within,
on.
most people lived within a 6-mile radius from their home.
Yeah.
Right.
I know growing up in Kinlock, we didn't come out of Kinlock until we were bused to school
So you
and
had to- yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like literally we had everything down in Kinlock. So we didn't see white folks. The only white people we saw
Hell no.
was the white women who
On TV.
the white women who had black babies and they white families sent their ass to Kinlock.
Yeah.
That was the only white people we saw until I was like 5.
See that, and it's different for me. You know, I was a nomad. We moved every year, so I lived in every different hood. My godmama white, but that was because my mama was living in a shelter, and she met her because my sister almost died, and she was the nurse who brought my sister back to resuscitate her or whatever.
Jesus.
And she became my godmama. But she thought my mama was a typical black woman. Like that's how the conversation started.
Yeah.
Like, why it was asthma that almost killed her.
Oh, Lord.
And she was like, what were you doing? This, that, that. She was like, I was working. We were living in a shelter. And my mama left us there, and my sister had an asthma attack with just us being there. you know.
God.
So it was, and she was like, "This is my story." Like she had just left my dad because he was abusing her. That's how we ended up in the women and kids shelter. So it was just boom, 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 moving every year. So I've seen a lot. I've been through a little bit of everything. So it's like, yeah.
Well, let me ask you, as someone that's kind of experienced all of that, and tell me if I'm wrong, do you feel like we were, like different races and cultures, we were starting to get closer and now it's starting to drift again? Because that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, it seems like everyone's more maybe borrowing from each other, or you hear people listening to hip-hop and stuff, but it doesn't feel like when I was young, it felt like, oh, by the time I'm this age, we're going to be like linked up like black folks and white, and now it feels like it's even more distance.
That
was
they're
fake.
taking everything out of school though.
Okay.
But they're taking everything out of school. They're removing Black history of
That's what I'm saying. But like 10, 15, 20 years ago, I feel like that
there
would have caused an
wasn't
uproar.
any.
There
wasn't.
I was in the DSEG program too, and that's not even a thing anymore. So
Same.
Yeah, they stopped
it
because there's
I was in
there's
the
no
Magnus. I
need
went to
for
Soda
it.
and I went to Enright.
See, I went to Oakville, South County.
Okay.
So, you know, it was
They feel that there's, I mean, DSEG isn't the only thing they get. Affirmative action has gone away.
Yep.
The things that
They struck some stuff out of the
that protected us,
some black
out
people
of the-
and gave us
not
rights.
just black, Mexican, just
Of
anybody
minorities.
that's not white.
Yeah.
Okay. Affirmative action gone away. They feel that it's not constitutional and it's wrong for white folks. That's why it went away. DSEG. Black people, DSEG was because we couldn't move in those areas. Now
Right.
we live in all of
Right.
those areas.
They just moved again.
So they don't, you know what I'm saying? Now, then the white people move further out.
white flight. They just moved
but,
again.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't feel that DSEG is needed.
They're not accredited
To me, as someone who desegregation destroyed my community, I don't know if it worked.
Yeah, we were living in Wellston for a long time, and
Wellston, East
like
St.
my
Louis.
grandmother would show me photos,
Kinloch.
and I'm like, what?
Like, where's this?
Like having to catch myself from cursing. That section, that stretch of Martin Luther King and Skinker.
Yeah.
From Skinker
It looked
down
like-
to Lucas.
It's like a dream, the way it looked, and now it's like
Woolworths was there. It was all
was
black.
crazy.
owned,
It was beautiful.
Everything. Kinloch was just the same. To me, as someone who desegregation and crack killed my community, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because what it
Or
did
it did
was
work.
when we had, well, it worked for what they wanted.
Right.
It didn't work for what
Yeah.
black people needed.
Yeah.
Because before, it was black pride.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People know they black now, but they don't have the pride in it. You know,
Right.
these kids joke about slavery and joke about nigger word and different things like that, things that we never thought was funny.
Right.
When we had to, you know, integrate into other communities, our community, which was thriving, which had everything, which had libraries, fire stations, its own police, its own politicians, it on everything, went away.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not just the 3 black communities that I named. It's
Oh, it
every
was
black
nationwide.
community.
It was nationwide.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we
You
weren't
go to
special in
Harlem.
that.
Harlem got more white people in it than black people. White and Spanish. I swear to God. Harlem is not black Harlem anymore. It's not the Renaissance. It's not where we thrived. You know what I'm saying? So all of the black communities went to wayside when desegregation came in, when they shipped the schools leave, then everybody else follows.
Yeah, you got to put a crack cocaine, war on drugs.
Crack really killed it, baby.
yeah.
I remember when the world went crazy.
Was it the prison industrial complex? Well, you know, I mean, it was like a lot of things kind of working in a
All
concert.
things from the government.
Oh yeah, they did it. They did a great job. They did their thing. And then we made the soundtrack to it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and
we gave them
we
the soundtrack.
basically did when, with the worst things ever coming to our community, the music that was made is still here. That's where hip hop came from. Hip hop literally came from desegregation and all of that.
Oh,
and
defunding the music programs in school, so kids they couldn't learn instruments. So it's like we gotta learn something.
well, no, our generation still had music.
Oh, we did, yeah.
I graduated in 1995. I know instruments. I know how to play instruments. See, this was when
but it happened
before
in-
it went away.
Actually, it happened in New York. It was in the late 70s, mid 70s, 80s, they took a lot of the music programs out of the schools, and so kids would. That's where a lot of the hip hop pioneers came from. They were people that probably would have played an instrument but didn't have access to it.
Oh
so
no, I bet they
found
did.
other ways to make music because we need music.
Oh yeah, no,
50
you ain't never gonna stop a
later,
black folks from making
Like,
making
music
music.
going away. No, the fuck it ain't.
50 years later, it's the biggest music ever.
Absolutely.
Has made the most money. Has sold the most records. Has done everything.
Megan Thee Stallion is doing a fucking commercial as a genie for weight loss. For the gym.
Wow.
It's hilarious. And I love it. It's cute. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's interesting too, though, because I remember I'm old enough to remember like when you couldn't
Women
do
like
that.
exactly.
If you did that, it was
Especially
over.
rappers like her.
Like you gonna be on a what? Like
Man.
yo, the first time we saw a rapper in a commercial and it wasn't bad was them Sprite commercials with the freestyling or the St. Ives joints. Because before that it was like, I mean even actors couldn't do that. They would do a commercial overseas. They couldn't do them in the States.
Actors, it was so different at one time.
Like famous
if you
ones,
did
you know?
movies, you didn't do TV.
No, and you sure didn't do a TV commercial.
You definitely, because it was low grade.
Yeah.
It's not
Now it's like
anymore.
get the bag. It's like
Everywhere.
across
It's
all
a way to get
cultures.
money, yeah.
Whatever
Get
you
the
want to
bag.
do,
Get
just
the
make
bag.
that
Speaking
money.
of, we're gonna segue into
Oh yeah,
another
let me
video.
find something else.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what kind of sound y'all want to hear because I got all kinds of stuff.
Follow the leader. The leader.
A cover.
A cover song?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
He do man. I got a lot of your covers in my phone.
Thank you. That's cool. This one is really short, but I love this one. I'll get a couple lined up because I just want to hear this one. It's short, but it's probably my favorite. What do we do when it does a ad on accident? Do we just let it play?
You look gangster in that picture.
Jorge's on.
Looks like a mug shot now.
Yeah, that was before sobriety took. That's some cigarettes.
Ain't nothing wrong with
sobriety. Fam, I was forever on one.
Man.
Forever on one.
I quit smoking cigarettes too.
Yeah,
I
that
quit in
was
2018.
some of my folks. That'd be the hardest thing is getting off them
Yes.
cigarettes.
It's been the hardest thing for me. I still smoke.
I went to a hypnotist type dude. He like did this thing.
Yeah,
I think
that thing with the ear.
Yes, and I didn't believe him. I had just bought a fresh pack of Newport Shorts 100s or Newport 100s in a box, and I smoked one, and they called me.
Oh my bad. No, you finish your story. I'm just lining stuff
and
up.
they ended up calling me, and they were like, "Can you come in today?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." But I'm smoking right now. He was like, "It's gonna be your last one." I said, "All right." So I pulled up. It was laid out in Chesterfield. Get there, and he describing everything and telling me that all the money he saved by quit smoking, he bought him a Porsche. And I'm like, "Oh, dope!" So it's only him and one other guy that was in California that does this. So 20 minutes on both ears. He took this like prod and went around my ear, and he was like, "If you get outside and you want to smoke, come back in. But as long as I didn't smoke." Do any nicotine, I can always come back. If I get the craving, I can come back for free. It was $110. I went outside, I picked up my pack, and I threw it down. This shit, and I gave it to my brother. I haven't smoked a cigarette since.
Where this nigga at?
I think he died. That nigga was old. He was an old white man.
I need to find the
son.
his smoke man shit.
Man,
How long
I
ago
want to
was
buy a fucking Porsche.
November 2018. Yes.
Very
And
good.
I was like, my biggest fear, my biggest test was drinking. Cause when I was drinking,
Yes,
we
yes.
call it wet and dry.
Yes.
Yes. We call it wet and dry.
Oh my God, the
gotta
chain
have both.
smoking.
You got to.
And I went and got fucked up, and I did not want a cigarette. I could be around cigarettes. Now I can't fucking stand the smell. I gag. I get mad if I accidentally inhale the shit. Like,
That's dope.
I'm happy.
I need to find. If you one of them hypnotist smoke Negroes, contact Bricks, Montana. Seriously, I need your ass.
Yeah, this is a cover of What a Wonderful World.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Yeah, it's
I
really
love
short
this one,
though,
yes.
but I love this little piece.
I got this to say.
I see
Oh my
trees
God.
of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
My boy Adrian's Beats is my producer, co-writer.
Okay.
We came up with this style because I don't know about y'all, but like when grunge came out, like I was definitely like a hip hop head.
Yeah.
But when Kurt Cobain came out with
I
Smells
love
Like Teen Spirit, I lost my mind.
Teen Spirit was the biggest
Man.
shit
Oh yeah.
ever.
Like in the hood, people,
Yes.
don't, white people were
Because
like
they
so
played
shocked.
it-
That we do that.
They played it 24. See, at
Oh,
that time, we
forever.
didn't have.
It was in
BT
movies.
played videos for 3 hours a day, but MTV was all day long.
Yeah, rocking.
They played it 24/7.
But that was the jam. That riff. So we like yo, let's put together grunge and trap beats. So we got this style we call grunge trap. So like we was doing it with covers just to kind of figure out how we wanted it to sound.
Okay.
And so on the album I'm working on called Euphonic, it's a blend. It's like hip hop, but we do some of that too.
So I have to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing "What a Wonderful World."
Yeah.
You know, a known song. Or, something that I know it because you know what I'm saying.
Who doesn't, right? That's yeah.
Okay.
What type of copyright? What type of permission do you have to do?
Oh, with covers, you just you can send it to a distributor. Like I go through DistroKid for that. They get it cleared for you.
they
It's
credit
pretty
it
easy.
and make sure.
Yeah,
And
covers
that's
it.
the problem. People can do it. They just lazy, and then they get in trouble. Like, why the fuck would you do that? That's the
Yeah.
dumbest shit in the world.
It just depends. Like a sample, I get it sometimes. You just trying to like, you know what I'm saying?
But somebody gonna be listening. Somebody always. And AI, the way AI is, they
That
pick up on
is
that shit
kicking
so
up. That is.
fast.
But we always say, I know this is fucked up, but we always say, hey, if we get in trouble, that means we making some noise. Because most times,
Right.
most times
Ain't
you
nobody
samples,
paying
ain't
attention to
nobody
it.
paying.
That's hella funny. 'Cause today,
130,000 songs a day come out on Spotify.
Oh wow.
130,000.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Because everybody wants to be a musician.
Yeah.
Even people who are doctors want to be musicians.
we all want to be artists.
know,
yeah, we all are. We all are artists.
We
It's
all
about
are.
having the
What is your
opportunity time to finding your art. Yeah, finding your medium.
But covers to me reach out to different generations to hear beautiful music. If you think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Because a lot of younger people wouldn't know or hear some of these songs and stuff because black people have gotten so stuck in R&B and hip hop. They
Oh
don't.
God.
Oh, baby,
And all of
the
it.
country is my number
We
one.
gotta
Sorry.
claim to all of it, baby. Like that's
Yeah.
all ours.
Yes,
Yeah,
and even
but
now, the
as
black
far as
people in
what we
country music is
listen to.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like my husband, he don't know no rock and roll. He don't know no country. And he's only 6 years younger than me. He knows hip hop and R&B.
Wow.
That's just what it is. Most of his friends don't know. I put on. They come in my house while I'm cleaning up, and I got on some 80s rock. Them motherfuckers looking at me like, you married a white girl. No. I'm older than y'all. When we started listening to music, it wasn't videos. You didn't know a nigga was singing it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I didn't know Queen was who.
Queen was the shit.
I didn't know they were white until Bohemian Rhapsody video came out.
Oh, that's
Really?
a joint.
Because in my household, we had records. And white people who sold records to black folks didn't have their pictures on it. Tina Marie didn't have her picture on her album for 3 albums.
Wow.
Because black folks wasn't buying it.
If she was a white woman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't discriminate.
That
I
is
don't give a
crazy.
damn.
Hey,
Nah, nah.
Madonna
if it's
eyes cut a
and I'll
motherfucking
buy
throat
it.
for
If it's
Madonna.
hitting.
Don't fucking play with me.
If it's hitting,
That bitch changed my life.
we
Shit.
just peace. We just covered Green Day. We did Green Day
Ooh.
Brain Stew.
Ooh.
Yeah, we just did. I don't have a video for it, but we
Somebody
just did.
needs to do Weezer, Buddy Holly.
Ooh, that's jam. That's a jam. I'm
That
my
right
boy,
there
too.
is my shit.
Yeah, I'm put
when I
that on the
leave,
list.
I'm playing.
If Adrian jumps in here, I just jumped on live. If Adrian jumps in, I'll be like, "Yo, put that on the list."
Yes, put it on the list. Put
Happy
it on
Saturday.
the list.
What's good with you,
'Cause
Melon?
That's one of the best shits ever.
Hell yeah, no, it's a lot of great records. I love that. I love that too. Like that you just not like you. Oh, I dabble in this. Like, no, that's my shit. 'Cause that's how I feel too. Like, I feel like if I love it, it's mine too. Like, you're not gonna limit my reach in terms of my enjoyment.
My mother and the black church is what made me go after more music of different, because I remember they did a thing on 2020 about Prince and Madonna, and they said that Prince and Madonna, if you played the records backwards, it was devil worshiping.
I remember that.
Lord.
Right. So my mama and all of the Holy Ghost soldiers went through our house and destroyed Prince records.
Oh God.
Prince records that if we had right now probably be worth $1 million.
Wow.
Madonna, we couldn't listen because she made Papa Don't Preach. What? This bitch having an abortion on a song? Oh no, she's going. So I went and got more records. I went and looked up more stuff. I went, you know what I'm saying?
Because it was something you wasn't supposed
because
to.
I wasn't supposed to.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Why y'all hiding this from me?
What are the missionaries talking about? I want to know. What, you know what I'm saying? So thanks to them, I love all music. You know what I'm saying?
That's
to
beautiful.
go against what it was because, oh no, babe, we couldn't listen to it.
I was in choir and, going to Oakville, and then my mama was actually born in Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
So my daddy was the first black man she ever dated because she dated Mexicans and white dudes up there.
Mm-hmm.
But when my granny passed, she had to be shipped here to East St. Louis.
Oh, culture shock. Let me see that.
Yeah. Met my daddy, and they was singing against each other. and that's the whole
and you know
team.
that singing get a lot of more than coochie.
Oh,
that singing will sing you up out some draws.
and it got to a point, they had us, and then they made us sing. It was like,
of course.
We were a group called Notes.
What singing parents don't add their kids in? Joe Jackson, they sang. Motherfucking Catherine ass sang.
I think that was her issue. She wanted us to be like them. And
of course.
Oh my God.
The Borge, they mama sang.
Acapella. We didn't use any music. Everything was acapella, and we harmonized. And we were called Notes. And we actually did a competition at Vashon High School. It was a huge competition, and we won. And got signed to a record label called Honeycomb Records.
I remember Honeycomb Records on Grant on Goodfellow.
They ended up killing the owner though.
Yeah, he got killed. He got killed in Honeycomb. Yeah. They tried to assign me, but it was janky to me when I read the contract. I guess they didn't think a bitch was gonna read the contract. Motherfucker, I can read. It was, you know what I'm saying. All of my music for the next 15 years, they will receive a percentage of. That's why that nigga look,
crazy,
I ain't the one to gossip, but that's why he ain't here.
Hey, I believe it. It was a reason why my mama didn't need no
y'all didn't
hear
that from me, though. Don't come after me, nigga, because I'll pop.
Do either one of y'all know Chris Cameron?
Yes, I love
he just
Chris
said
Cameron.
He said that's my homie. He
I
just
love
said,
Chris
what up,
Cameron,
Chris?
too.
That's the boy. That's my guy.
Frost Money had him on a show. That was the first time I seen him perform, and I was like, can I? After I met him, I'm like, can I make a TikTok of you?
Yeah, Chris got he just got that it factor. That's my dude. He moved to Houston.
Yes,
he's in Houston now.
He definitely did. Oh, tell him I said hi.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Wow.
I will. Well, he's on live, so he heard you. So hopefully,
that's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, we can go ahead and get into
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this one is another grunge trap cover. I mean, I ain't gotta tell you. Once y'all hear,
yeah. Oh yeah, that's the one.
I keep stressing my mind. I look for peace, but see I don't attain. What I need for keeps this silly game we play. Now look at this. Madness, the magnet keeps attracting me. I try to run, but see I'm not that fast. I think I'm first, but surely finish last. Cause day and night, the longest owner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night. Day and night. The longest owner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things will never change. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night. is the life he made. The pain is deep. A silent sleeper, you won't hear a beep beep. The girl he wants don't seem to want him to. It saves the feelings that she had to do. Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. At night, day and night. The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things will never change. The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. At night. Slow-mo. When the tempo slows up, it creates that new. He seems alive, though he is feeling blue. The sun is shining, man, he's super cool. The lonely nights, they fade away, he slips into his white nights. He smokes a clip and then he's on the way. To free his mind in search of, to free his mind in search of, to free his mind in search of. Day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night, day and night. The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things will never change. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night.
It's hard to juggle.
Overnight, you make more money,
Of course.
right? So from 12 to 5 a.m., I made like $200.
Wait. Could we let the audience know we talk about night money? Because that phrase alone,
Night money.
night money, you got something with that. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay, so night
Telling you.
money.
Night money, sir.
You know, we have taken our life in our hands and became entrepreneurs and, you know, work.
You got to. The
so
gig economy, yeah, you got to.
doing
Yes.
Uber Eats and Lyft and stuff at night. You motherfuckers pay like you weigh. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Each
yeah.
delivery is like $20.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Absolutely.
I've been making so much money overnight, and people's like, "Are you scared? Scared of what?"
No, what? I'm just dropping off.
I'm
and
just
leaving.
dropping off. I don't have money on me. I don't have anything. And plus, I got my pop-pops, so don't fucking play with me. But that night money is so much more by time.
It's lucrative.
By
If
time
you're
morning
disciplined enough, if you can discipline yourself to make it an actual business, you man, I do like $200-300 a day.
I'm telling
So,
you. I'm telling
yeah.
you.
You had me at night money.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
If I'm gonna stay out there.
Oh yeah.
Especially about 5 o'clock in the morning, go back to $4 and shit, $5 and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yo, my live loved it when you said my pop-pops.
You know what I'm saying?
That's lit.
You don't want to play.
Yeah, she got all the bars.
Hey,
From good.
what's
She
up,
got all
fam?
the bars.
All right,
Yeah,
so we about to get out of here.
Wrap it up.
So we gonna wrap it up. Let everybody know where they can find you at.
Oh yeah, I'm on all socials as Songs by Day. That's Songs by DAE. You know,
You have anything coming up?
all
All
socials.
social media.
Yeah,
That's what he means, you guys.
I've never done an all grunge trap set. I'm gonna be doing all my grunge trap songs. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of them on the 16th of February. That's my next show.
That's my
it's
birthday.
Is it? Oh snap!
So, do we get our journalist tickets?
Of course. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's sweet.
That could be one of the things we could do if you are in town or whatever for your birthday.
She ain't gonna be here. She gonna be somewhere crazy. She'll be in.
I
It's all good. But if
I'm
you
not
are,
saying, yeah.
come by and rock with us. It's gonna be at the Platypus in Tower Grove. I love that little
okay.
spot. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, it should be a good time.
Though, right?
Oh, they do.
Okay, good. That's all.
They do
I
have
Have food.
Girl, so plus,
worry about no damn food.
It's her
Nigga,
birthday.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
her
I like.
birthday.
You
Beautiful.
know, I do my Google reviews, so I've never been there, so I'm
gonna
definitely
taste
gonna
that
be.
shit
Oh,
up.
damn right.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you took over this live. He said Night Money sounds like a good album name. At least a good record though. I
Just give me a
gotta get that
percentage if
Night
I
Money.
hear it now.
I'm about to get that Night Money.
That night money, you need that night money, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that shit
Day money
lit.
good, but that
Day
night money
better.
low.
Day money good, but that night money better. Let's
Pay
go.
like they way at night.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
that night they gonna pay like they way.
Go ahead.
Trust and believe.
You know,
Hi, Amina.
Jessica, Mrs. Google Review, Wiley. You can find me everywhere. Look up Red Sage, TikTok, blah blah blah. Yeah, you know.
All of it.
Yeah. Of course, I'm Bricks Montana. You can find me on all platforms of social media at Bricks Montana, the Bricks Montana for TikTok, because children, don't let them get your phones. And thank y'all for joining. I'm sorry I was late, but
That's all good. You got here?
Be lifing, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
baby,
you got here and said night money and pop pops. You killed it. You killed it.
Pops on you.
Keep them on you, y'all.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You
Till
heard it
next
here
time,
first.
y'all.
Keep them pop pops on you.
Y'all
Trying to
have a
get
good
that night
Be
money.
safe.
Yo, thanks for having me, y'all.
Yes,
I'm
you
glad
can
you
come back
came.
anytime.
Hell yeah, I will.
But
Enjoyed
we'd love to come to your show for real.
Please come out. I got y'all.
I'm gonna mark that
We
day
on
off.
the grand, and if not that one, then we got another one in April. So I'm trying to space them out so we don't oversaturate. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get people to come out and be like, I can see you next week. And be like,
Yeah.
Please,
You know what I'm
please don't
saying?
no limit us.
Yeah, no, we ain't
Once
gonna do
you
that.
oversaturate the market, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
It's some people that's
There's nothing special about
that's
it,
another
right?
story.
Put out too much stuff. Oh, I was gonna ask you some stuff.
I like your music too, man.
Appreciate it, man.
So,
I ain't into that drill, you know what I'm saying? I'm old school, but
Hit me up.
so not only
You follow me on the gram, I'll follow you back.
what's the name?